Hello football coaches and football players, my name is Football Coach Allen and today I'm going to give you some center bunch 7-on-7 flag football plays that you can run in a blocking flag football league. Let's get down to the clipboard and let's check out these amazing flag football plays. Okay, so in this first play, what we're going to be having is players 3 and 4. They're going to be running up roughly 5 yards. At this point, they're going to be cutting towards the sideline and then cutting up the sideline. Next, what we're going to be having is players 5 and 6. They're going to be going up roughly about 5 to 10 yards downfield, and they're going to be cutting out towards the sidelines. Our number one options being players 3 and 4 in this play. The players who are blocking is going to be player 7 as well as player 2. Those are going to be the blockers in case there is some players who are trying to get the quarterback or rush the quarterback. Again, first options are players 3 and 4. Secondary options are players 5 and 6. Okay, so now in this second play, what we're going to be having is player 4 as well as player 3. They're going to be cutting back about 5 or less yards, and then they're going to be curling up the middle of the field. Now, what we're going to be having is players 5 and 7. They're going to be blocking towards the right side, and we're going to be having players 6 and 2 block towards the left side. Now, what we're going to be having here is player 1 looking at players 3 or 4 as an option going up the middle, and they should be getting screened by these two players. Those ones screening on this side and these two screening on that side. There should be a player open cutting up the middle of the field. Now, there are 3 players who are available to start blocking, so generally speaking, depending on the zone or the man-to-man that's happening, if it's man-to-man, for sure they will be open up down the middle. If it's against the zone, there's going to be most likely some players in the middle who are still guarding a zone. So what the quarterback needs to do is pass the ball out towards the right or the left side so that you can lead your player, your receiver, away from those defending players in the middle. This next play, what we're going to be having is players 5 and 6. They're going to be cutting out towards the left and right sideline. And then we're going to be having players 3 and 4 going up about 10 yards and cutting in towards the center of the field. We're going to be having players 7 and 2 blocking once again, just like the first play. Our number one options are going to be players 5 and 6 heading towards the sidelines. So this is not going to be a play that gets you a ton of passing yards unless your guys can run quite well. What you are looking to get here is the fact that players 3 and 4 are pulling the defense downfield, which then opens up the shallow or the close pass or the short pass so that you can get some quick yardage that way. Now, all of these have been super simple so far. However, this next play is going to be really simple but extremely effective. So check this out. Okay, so in this next play, we're going to be having all 4 players. They're going to be running downfield, roughly 10 yards downfield. And then what's going to happen here? What we're going to be having is all these players are going to be deciding which way to go, right or left. Except player 7 has the option to continue downfield. Now, what we're going to be having here, our number one option being the sideline players, we want to see them cutting out towards the sidelines before they want to cut towards the middle. Of course, if their defenders are really taking away the sidelines, that is pretty much the only option is to go towards the middle of the field. We can also have them, depending on the defense and the receiver, could go straight downfield as well. However, what we're looking for is the sideline players or player 7 if he decides to go downfield. We should get a lot of players who are getting pulled in defensive-wise towards these 3 players in the middle, which then does leave these wideouts, the receivers, as options or viable options. Player 2, however, if you're wondering what happens to him, he is a blocker in this play. Now, in this final play that we're going to be showing you, we're going to be having players 4 and 3 cut straight downfield. Next, we're going to be having player 7. He's going to be going up about 10 to 15 yards and cutting out towards the left or the right side, depending on what his defender is doing. And then we're going to be having player 5 and 6 curl out 5 to 10 yards downfield and cutting towards their sidelines. Our number one options being players 3 and 4 looking downfield. They can also cut back in towards the sideline as well, depending again on what their defensive players are doing. We're going to be having player 2 blocking, but basically what we're doing here is focusing the defense in on these middle players, again leaving the wide receivers hopefully open along the sidelines. I hope that these plays help your team win more games. If they do, let us know in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you, and I will see you guys again in our next video.